how do you then manage the consistency aspect of training or just movement overall
Right.
when you're on the night shift that like
Right.
no one wants to be on? So like how do you sort of manage your training whenever you go into a night shift? What's like a standard night shift schedule for you?
Yeah. So for me, a standard night shift schedule, and every unit's different. It could be 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. or midnight to 8, 11 to 7. Doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, you are showing up to work at the nighttime hours and you are leaving as the sun's coming up most days,
Sure.
which is not necessarily how our human brain was designed to
Yeah.
experience the day or experience life. So it can be a little bit disorienting for your body. So the big thing is just grace and patience with yourself. If you have a couple of days where you're just not on it, that's okay. Like while you're in the middle of recovering or shifting over to mid shift. Most units nowadays, I think, are doing where you're on mid shift for several weeks or at least a
Okay.
week,
Yeah.
even up to like a month or more
Right.
of consistent mid shift with it, which at least allows your body to kind of reset to that schedule. It
Sure.
will still take a few days. Again, get outside, just move for 20 minutes. Maybe when you get back and the sun's still up, or you crash, you sleep for 6 hours, you wake up, the first thing you do is go sit outside on your porch,
Sure.
maybe mow the lawn, right?
Yep.
Something like that will allow your body to recover and move over to that new schedule.
Yeah.
Then setting those goals like, hey, I want to, instead of working out, let's just use my powerlifting example, right? Rather than doing 5 days a week, I'm going to change it to 4 days a week
Sure.
for at least the next 2 weeks. Then I'll reevaluate. And I'm going
Right.
to be consistent with those 4 days. I
Yeah.
can promise myself that even if it sucks, as long as my body isn't, damaged,
Right.
right? I'm going to continue to do those 4 days. Just, don't drop the weight completely, right? Like, don't
Sure.
just like drop the
Yeah.
ball and say, hey, maybe in 3 weeks I'll be feeling better, because you likely won't be feeling the same as you do if you were working normal
For
hours.
sure.
Um, so just allowing yourself that grace time, because what we do is abnormal. It's
Hmm.
it's absolutely not normal to the standard human condition, and it's insane to see some of these athletes in the Space Force that
Yeah.
are doing insane athletic activities while they're
Yeah.
pulling mid shifts for 6 months straight. It's
Right.
it's an incredible thing that just shows the level of grit and determination of some of our guardians.